Hey guys, so the other day I showed what all I got from Trader Joe's, and I had a bag of frozen mushroom risotto that I said I was going to make that night, but I lied. I made it the next night with some steak and some asparagus all cooked up in one pan. My husband doesn't always get to eat with us. He usually works a little bit later than dinner time, so he'll reheat whatever we've had and eat it when he gets home. The night that I made that, he said I could eat this every day, like some kind of like rice or risotto, steak or chicken, and a vegetable. And it kind of got me thinking of how easy like the one pot meals are. Like Mia just said, the one pot meals are. So I'm going to compile 3 one pot meals where you're only dirtying one pot or skillet, and it just makes dinner so much easier. Leftovers are really easy because you just throw all of it in the microwave and heat it up and it's good to go. Okay, so for night 1, I am going back to my Irish roots and doing a potato sausage stir fry. I have grapes out, those are for my daughter. Forget the grapes. Grapes are not going in the stir fry. Okay, I've diced up a medley of the potato trio. I got it at Aldi. It's gold potatoes, red potatoes, and the little like eggplant colored ones that are purple on the inside. Those are really good. So I diced those up. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oil that's been warming up while I cut them. And while they're in there getting some alone time with the oil, I'm going to dice up the sausage. And I have some frozen French green beans and a little bit of the onion blend. That's onion and pepper. I'm going to put that in there too just because I have a little bit left, so I'll throw that in there because I think onion and potato go really well together. What I'm going to season it with is this stuff that I bought as a joke, because if a seasoning was made for my husband, it would be this stuff. It is Worcestershire Pub Burger by Grill & Mates or McCormick. It's actually really great. It goes really well with red meat and pork. I'm going to put that in there and maybe some Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning because I really like that on potatoes. So these two together will go really well. The potatoes are going to go in while I cut up the sausage, and then I'm going to put the sausage and the green beans and the onions all in together. Nothing is too far apart as far as cook time to where I'm going to need to like pull anything out or have anything in there too long before the rest. I want the potatoes to have their own time in the oil at the beginning before anything else goes in there. Okay, I forgot to mention earlier but my heat is up a good bit higher than what I would normally have because there's so much in the pan. I don't know if you guys can hear it sizzling, but everything is in here now. I've seasoned it with a good bit. It's just kind of your preference. Something I wanted to show with the potatoes is something that I like to do to tell how far away they are from being done, is I'll pull one piece out and stick a fork, and it's kind of like to stick a fork in and I'm done. But they still have a few minutes or so. I'm going to cover them. I'm going to stir them up and cover them with the lid. Get that steam cooking them all the way through what's not really touching the bottom. But look at what all is in my sink right now that I need to clean. Nothing. Because I already washed off my cutting board that I cut the sausage on. And all I have left now is the skillet to clean. We're going to use paper plates, so this is a dream. I don't even have a mess to clean up. I do have a crazy toddler. Okay, so my fork went through this potato pretty smoothly. This is one of the fatter ones. I turned off the heat, so it's a good consistency. I can taste this one because I've had it out for a second and make sure I have enough seasoning on everything. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt on it, but everything else is pretty consistent as far as the spices. I meant to say with this stuff, you don't have to go out and buy this at the grocery store. You can use like whatever seasonings you have on hand. Montreal steak might be a good one, or just the ranch powder, whatever you want to season it with. You could do like an Italian blend, just whatever. But this stuff has like a good bit of a garlicky, peppery flavor to it. And then ranch is just, it's ranch. We all know what the ranch powder tastes like. So I like those two together. It all goes really well, and it's so easy. The cleanup is easy. The prep is easy. It's just a really good weeknight meal when you don't feel like doing much, you don't feel like cleaning up much. It's all in one pot. Everybody can grab from the pot. Whatever is left, you put in a Tupperware and can take to lunch the next day. Okay, so tonight we're going from one skillet to one bowl in doing chicken taco salad. So you are dirtying up a few more dishes if you want it to be, like if you want to have things individually, or you could just leave like the cheese in the bag. But just for visual purposes, I did put a few things in their own bowls. So I have made some chicken, which you could do ground beef or some steak, or you do not have to do meat at all. This could be totally like vegetarian also. I have made some chicken in my skillet with a few different seasonings, whatever like Mexican types seasonings you have on hand. This is the chili lime from Trader Joe's. I used what was left of my fajita seasoning, so time to buy more of that. And some cumin, and I squeezed half a lime in here. I have some spinach. That was just what I wanted to grab at the store, but any kind of salad lettuce that you like to use, go for it. I'm going to put everything that's here on mine, but something I did want to point out is I put salsa on it, and please don't judge my avocado. It's like extremely ripe. I couldn't even get it to cube up right. But the fact that the avocado is like really ripe and going to make like guacamole into the greens, the creaminess of the avocado and putting the salsa on there, I feel like does not need any dressing. So you don't have to put dressing on there. You can if you want. I'm going to squeeze some lime over all of it as well. If you don't know which dressing to get or anything like that, you can make your own with just like lime, cilantro, olive oil, and maybe like a little bit of honey. It doesn't need much. There's already so many flavors going on. It doesn't need much dressing on there. So I have a cut up tomato. I have some black beans. You could do corn as well. I don't want corn on it. A little bit of cheese. This is just a shredded Mexican blend. I thought it'd be really good with that like cotija cheese. That would be really good. But since I had this on hand, I was just using what was in the fridge. It's also a really good night doing this to kind of clean out your fridge, because I had these tomatoes and the avocado was clearly about to go bad. And the limes, everything here, like I'm kind of like, okay, I need to use this. I just always keep black beans on hand anyway. So yeah, you can either do it family style and have everything in the bowl and people just fix what's out of the bowl, or do like a buffet line. But it's really good meal for like kind of like a reset where you're not getting a bunch of carbs or anything. It's really light. It's really quick to do. And if somebody doesn't want the salad, if you have tortillas on hand or chips, you could do nachos. So it's a pretty easy night. One skillet to the salad bowl, and it's a great meal. Okay, so I knew for this meal that I wanted to do one of the egg roll in a bowls, or an egg roll in a skillet, which if you haven't seen that all over like Instagram and stuff, you're basically taking the components of an egg roll and making a whole dish out of it instead of just how it's like an appetizer. So I knew that I was going to Trader Joe's yesterday, getting the things that I needed. And you can do whatever meat or no meat that you want on this. I've seen a lot of people do ground pork to kind of stick with what's normally in an egg roll, or ground chicken. I like doing it with shrimp. Aldi actually sells a little bowl in their deli section that is microwavable. It is like the salad part and a little thing of brown rice with like a dressing. You microwave everything, mix it up. You don't have to put meat in it. And it's enough for like one person and a little bit more. So I've made it before and added more rice to it. I'm not doing rice tonight. I wanted to save on the carbs, but I got a broccoli slaw from Trader Joe's and just a regular shredded green and red cabbage with orange carrots. So there's gonna be a good bit of carrots and broccoli and cabbage. And so y'all get to follow my thinking here. I knew I was going to Trader Joe's. I knew I wanted slaw. I wanted to do shrimp as my meat, and I wanted something crunchy to replace the shell, or whatever you would call the outer part of the egg roll, like the breading basically. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to find like wonton crispy things or what. What I ended up doing to pull it all together and make it kind of like an egg roll, still like the crunchiness, I got their coconut shrimp. So that's going to be like the crunchy and the shrimp, and then we have the slaw that I'm going to saute in the skillet. So I do have to cook the coconut shrimp in the oven. I'm just doing these in the skillet, so I'm sauteing one skillet, and then this won't make a mess because I'll be doing it on foil. I'm also going to saute the cabbage and everything in this sauce that I got from Brandless, which I have a review of all. I have a breakdown of the box of Brandless that I ordered on another video. This is their, I'm going to try to pronounce it, gochujang sauce. If it is not spicy, I'm going to add sriracha to it because coconut shrimp is sweeter, and I like sweet and spicy combination. So even though like egg rolls aren't exactly like that, but we always do like sweet and sour sauce dipping in it. And so I'm going to see how this goes, and I might alter it a little bit, but just whatever, like you could do like a teriyaki sauce, or you could do like a sweeter chili sauce, like how you dip egg rolls in red sauce. It's up to you. You're going to saute slaws in the skillet, and then whatever meat you want or no meat. If you want wonton noodles, whatever, it's kind of up to you. This is the way that I'm doing it. I'll show you guys what all of this looks like, and I'll show you once it's all done because it all comes together pretty quickly. This will all saute while the shrimp is in the oven. Okay, so everything is done. The slaw cooked up super fast, like super fast. Within a couple of minutes, it was like pretty cooked down. I did add a splash of teriyaki sauce because I have that, and I don't have soy sauce, so soy sauce would work too because the stuff that I was using was kind of on the thick side, so I wanted to thin it out a little bit. So I did put a splash of teriyaki sauce in there. Here's my shrimp. I'm gonna let them cool a second before I plate everything up. So the slaw definitely can wait until closer to the shrimp being done to be cooked, or whatever meat you're using, if at all. But so yeah, I'll show you guys a picture of what it all looks like plated up. Let me know in the comments what one skillet dishes you like to make, and make sure to subscribe. Everybody have a good night. Thanks.